and welcome back to the Citytilidie channel. We're all staying safe and well as we look back at the City 2 Fulham 1 game. Yes, player rating show this is. Yes, that was a close one, wasn't it, guys? I would have been disappointed. I was listening to some guys on the tram coming back. Some guys said he would have been happy with a 1-1 considering we had 10 men. I'm sorry, I would have been disappointed, to be honest with you. But I think Fulham got exactly what they deserved at the end of the day because, I think they played the same tactics with 10 when we were playing 11 men as they did when they were playing 10 men. So, yeah, a bit more on that, of course, in my talking point show. Please check that out. That'll be out after this one. Right, so match day 13, 3 p.m. kickoff, November the 5th, 2022-23 season, part 1, almost at an end, of course. And this, we have a look at Mr. Simon Bajkowski's ratings, and I add my little 2p worth to it as well. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button. Everything City, past, present, and forever, of course. It'd be great to have you on board. Spread the word, and if you can give us a little thumbs up, guys, it's make an old City fan very, very happy. A tired City fan. I was working this morning, so I was up. I usually walk about. What do I walk about? 10 kilometres in my job, and then obviously I'm up to the Etihad, walking back from the tram stations because I can't be bothered waiting at Piccadilly for the tram, so I'll walk there and back anyway. So, yep, very happy. I was a lot happier than I was getting towards the end of that game. Right, the starting 11. I got 9. I was happy with that. I was happy with 9. Ederson, Akanji, Stones, Aki, Cancelo, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo, Alvarez and Grealish. On the bench, Ortega, Diaz, Haaland, Laporte, Gomez, Mahrez, Foden, Palmer and Lewis. Yeah, I was okay with that back line. You say you could perm any 4 from 7, couldn't you? 7 or 8 at the back. I did have Laporte down, but yeah, only because I thought Pep would play Laporte. I would have played Aki all day long. I don't think I'd play Aki every game, in fairness, but so I did put Laporte in, but that's only because I thought Pep would. So I misjudged him there, didn't I? And of course, up in the middle, I put Foden down rather than Gundogan, which I'll stick with that decision. So yeah, Pep, you got it wrong, mate. That's simple as that. Right, the ratings. Mr. Bajkowski, of course, for the Manchester Evening News. I will give you his views, his score. And then my score, not a lot of difference today. There's one guy who didn't score too well. I think you might know who that is. And we do differ. I mean, the City gave the man of the match to someone different to who I give the man of the match anyway. So I'd love to know what you think, guys. Right, Ederson. Simon said saving penalties is not his forte. Well, it's not. I mean, if he goes the right way, he's got a chance. But it was an okay penalty. Perhaps if he went the right way, he's a big lad, he might have saved it. But Simon said he did everything else required of him. Yeah, I think he did. He's given him a 7, Simon. He's still been generous. I've given him a 6.5. I thought it was nice. There was a shot in the second half that was low to his right that he collected. He's very good at holding them usually. He doesn't usually drop these fizzing shots. It was very wet, of course. And I remember one okay to good save in the second half. Yeah, he did what was needed off him. A couple of wasted long punts, but nothing too bad. Stones, Simon says, City's best defender, going wide on the right or coming inside as required. And Simon's given him a 7. I'll give him a 7.5. I thought there was the odd Rick. I think the odd thing where he didn't quite go wrong, but he's just cool and calm on that right-hand side. And I think today, certainly with 10 men, that's what you needed. You need a little bit of calmness. Perhaps too cool and calm sometimes. A bit like Ederson in that sort of style, if you like, where they do sort of do things in slow motion sometimes. You don't panic, and John Stones is exactly the same. But good enough for me. Akanji, Simon said, missed 2 decent chances. I'll give you my thoughts in a minute. Missed 2 decent chances to head City back into the lead, but did stay aggressive throughout. Yeah, defensively, again, he did a lot of good things. He was winning the ball up the pitch as well. Simon's given him a 6. I've given him a 6.5, but he should have scored 1 goal. I mean, that one where in the second half, he sort of just a goalkeeper to beat, and he literally just headed it at the goalkeeper when I thought either side of the keeper, and he had all the net. He had 7 yards to aim at, 3.5 yards one side, 3.5 yards the other side to aim at. Just straight at the keeper. I was a bit disappointed. But hey, he's a centre-half. He's not a goal scorer. But he could have done better. But I still give him a 6.5 anyway. Aki Simon said, poor to expose Cancelo for the penalty and gave the ball away a few times in bad areas. Positive at left back, said Simon. I've just watched it back at the game. We couldn't really see what happened. It was up the other end, but it took a deflection. There was two City players behind the Fulham guy, but it just hit the Fulham guy, and then it sort of hit Aki. He didn't really know much about it and fell back to the Fulham guy. So I think Simon's been a bit mean there. He's only given him a 5. I think he's worth a 6 at least. It's just unlucky bounce for us, a lucky bounce for Fulham, of course. And Cancelo, exposed, but again, Cancelo perhaps could have done a little bit better. But hey, I'm not going to go mad on it. But I think 5's a bit harsh for Aki, so I'll give him a 6 anyway. Let me know what you think, guys. Cancelo, yeah, he's the guy who's going to get the lowest score. I mean, while I was at the match, he was down for a 0 score, this guy, till we actually won it, and I feel a little bit better now, so I'm not going to give him a 0. Simon said he'd argue it was his shoulder badge, but it looked an obvious penalty, and the red card was inevitable. Yeah, it was clumsy, wasn't it? Just in his back. And we've seen it, Kanji do something like that, but a little bit better than Cancelo sort of managed. Yeah, it was clumsy. Definitely a penalty, and obviously the red card became inevitable then, even though I honestly thought Ederson would have saved that. Actually, I think he pushed it a little bit too far. I think wherever Ederson was, he may have well smothered it. So just clumsy by Cancelo. I didn't need to do it. So Simon's given him a 4. I've given him a 4. I was going to give him 0 at one stage while I was watching that match today, but I'll give him a 4. Rodri, Simon said some excellent interceptions when City were leading, and then slotted seamlessly in to help the defence after the red card. So he's given him a 7. I give Rodri a 7. I think the benefit Rodri got was we had a new sort of sweeper DM. Midfielder, right winger called Bernardo, didn't we? Who literally took that game by the scruff of the neck and worked his socks off as he always does. But just releasing people like Rodri and Gundogan, because he was at the back, kept protecting the defence most. And then next minute he's up towards their box, and then he's back again protecting the defence. Absolutely immense from Bernardo. But anyway, Rodri, Simon's given him a 7. I'll give him a 7 as well. Gundogan, terrific assist for Alvarez. It was very KDB-ish, wasn't it? Nice little ball where the defender just couldn't move quick enough to block it. Although he struggled to keep City in control in the second half, said Simon. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Simon's given him a 7. I'd give him a 7. Some nice control, but we do always look a little bit slow with Rodri and Gundo in the middle at times, and perhaps we could have moved things a little bit quicker in that second half, and Gundogan could have done that. But an adequate performance. I mean, when you've got 10 men, I say, apart from Cancelo, who doesn't deserve the points, I think they all deserve reasonable scores, because we only had 10 men and they all worked the socks off some to more than others. KDB, Simon says, started brightly, denied an assist by the offside flag before winning the crucial penalty. Yeah, so Simon's given him an 8. Yeah, I was only going to give him a 7.5, but I'm going to give him an 8 because he never gave up. And it's when KDB steps up and he won that penalty, didn't he? I mean, it was another one that was a little soft. Do you think? In the old days, some restaurant would give that. They would have just waved play on. We've seen it many times, but he won the penalty. Kemp's KDB, as simple as that. And it would have been a great assist for Haaland's header, of course, which was ruled out by VAR. So, yeah, he never stopped, Kev. He had a great shot in the first half that Leno made a bit of a meal of, but it was quite reasonably comfortable for him. But, he won the penalty, and I say it was just a total. He's always going to be a worry to the opposition. So I give him an 8, and Simon give him an 8. On to the Bernardo, the hero for me. The beating heart of the team, said Simon, covering us so much ground to compensate for being a man down. He did. He was. Simon's given him an 8. I've given him a 9, guys. I thought it was stunning. I mean, I don't give 10s, as you know, but 9. I just thought it was stunning. I just thought he stepped up and took full responsibility. I'm sure Pep just told him, right, you're going to have to play 2 parts. You're going to have to play as 2 players again, mate, but perhaps 2.5, because he normally plays as 1.5, 2. Perhaps he had to play 2.5 in this one, which might get him a rest on Wednesday, actually, with Chelsea after the effort he put in today. And he just ensured the defence weren't too harassed and bothered, and still managed to get into the opponent's half and set things up there as well. I thought Bernardo was superb. Grealish, the enigma for me now. I'm losing. Like I say, I'm always a Grealish fan, but I'm losing a little bit of patience, or feeling not patience, but getting a little bit frustrated. Simon said a few nice runs and some shots that threatened the goal, but couldn't complain about it being taken off. Again, he was possibly one of our better players, as he was last week. in the Champions League game, but not Champions League game. Sorry, the midweek. Was it Champions League? Yeah, it was Champions League, wasn't it? Sevilla game, yeah. So, he was our best player in the first half, and he was, again, one of our better players this time. But obviously, again, it's not saying that much, is it? Because we did struggle to create loads of chances. But Simon's given us 6. I've given us 6 as well. It's just, again, for me, another nearly man performance from Grealish, where I just want him. Games like this, we just need something a little bit special. And it's just not happening. Alvarez, Simon said, took his goal very well and continued to provide a threat even when service was heavily reduced. Yeah, Simon's only given 7. I've given 7.5. That was a great goal. He just hit it where he should hit it. And obviously Leno's not been taught from his coaches that this guy likes to hit them high. Leno was trying to go right, wasn't he? As though he was going to fire it across. But that's not what Alvarez does, is it? So, yeah, great goal. Unlucky to be hooked as well. I thought he might have kept him on, actually, but he probably could have kept him on and not played Foden. But I think he would have. He's fit enough. He's fit as a butcher's dog. So I'm a bit surprised he got hooked, actually. Substitutes Haaland for Alvarez on 64. And Simon said missed a few. I don't remember him missing a few. One or two things that he might have done better with, but. A few's more than 2, isn't it? A few's 3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it? Missed a few, but would have gone in another day, but scored when it mattered. It did. Although, to be honest with you, it wasn't the greatest penalty. Leno perhaps should have saved it, I thought. But I'll be happy with it. I thought he had saved it up the other end from what I saw. It was only when the crowd did erupt that I realised it got in the net with my old eyes. I couldn't particularly see. But so Simon's given me 7. He was on for about half an hour with injury time, so I'll give him a 7 as well. Just great to see him back, of course. Foden for Grealish again, same time, 64 minutes. Added some urgency this time to the left flank, but struggled to be incisive. Yeah, it was okay. It was lively. That's all we can say. Simon's given him a 6. I've given him a 6 as well. He just gave Fulham someone else to worry about. Diaz for Gundogan, of course, 97 minutes. So he didn't get much time to do anything. The fireworks are going off. Didn't get much time to do anything. City, the man of the match, KDB. And I don't think you'd be surprised to know who my man of the match was, would you? Yeah, I give it Bernardo. Absolutely stunning. As I said, he normally plays part of 1.5, 2 men at times in games, but today, probably 2 to 2.5 today. For me, superb. I do understand why City give it KDB, of course I do, but I just have to give it Bernardo again, probably for the 5th or 6th time this season. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, the work rate of that lad, incredible. Anyway, there you go, guys. Please let me know your thoughts. Let me know your player rating. It'd be great to hear from you. Check out my Talking Point show, which will be out on Sunday. So it depends when you're watching this. It'll be out after this anyway, with the match report, stats and facts. And let me know your feelings and thoughts on the game. And of course, next week we'll look forward with the odds show and the preview show for the visit of the Carabao Cup. It's our cup. It's nobody else's cup, the Carabao Cup, on Wednesday night. So we'll look forward to that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave us your comments. Until we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.